Guys, I'm hanging out with a beautiful lady who goes by the name.
You can call me Sheila, you can call me Kwamboka, baby, your captain of good vibes, and of course, yes, Ra.
All right, from books. Let's talk about Industry Night.
Yeah. All right, so Industry Night is a platform that I set up, or we set up about 8 years ago with the aim of, putting on Kenyan music. Kenny tunataka, wase was stand for Kenyan music, historia. Like, what's your name? Bansi. Like, can you imagine a Kenyan artist having a Kenyan night in Nigeria? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine Calligraph going and shutting down a concert at the Wizkid is his opening act? Can you imagine a show like that? Or in Jamaica, or in Tanzania, at the Diamond is opening for Nyashinsky? It's impossible. But this happens in our country all the time. And it's not that I don't appreciate, music from other countries. I do. But I don't want to appreciate it more than I appreciate myself. We've already done that with colonialism. I even speak like the colonialists. My name is even the colonialist name. So without sounding so philosophical, the reason we set up Industry Night is so that we can appreciate our own, we can celebrate our own. I think the vibes that you experienced tonight, Bansi, were all about, Kenyan music. Nasidli Wuliji enjoy? Kabisa. Why don't we have more of this every weekend? Why, even this weekend as we're speaking, there are like maybe 4 Nigerian gigs and one, I'm a piano, so it's not bad. But if we start with our own, we'll be able to even take our own international. Yeah. And that's why we have it.
Do you feel like over the years that Industry Night has grown from how it started?
Yeah, absolutely. We've grown. Our artists have grown. Our work is to facilitate, and I think that's one thing that artists don't, or maybe the masses don't understand. It's not even about the event. Once we identify talent for the month, we take them through our workshop to be able to teach them skills about the industry, the business of music. And then this is now the pro, then we invite people to experience it. So we could just stop at artist workshops, but we want the masses to also appreciate, the music, and not in a setting where it's like a by the way, it is the way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So it is growing, and I feel like today is a testament to just how big we are getting. And we're hopeful that by December, hopefully, and you can see we upheld COVID protocols. We didn't fill the place up. We made sure that everybody was able to have a good time. We were worried that, a lot of people would show up and then it would pack. So we had to be responsible enough to end sale of tickets early. But yeah, so we're looking to do bigger events, of course, with Ministry of Health in mind. Yeah.
What would you say has been your biggest challenge in setting up this event? A challenge that came to you like, I don't want to do this anymore.
There's always challenges, but we don't do this because of the success. We do it because of the challenges. We like the challenges because we like to come up with solutions for them. So there's always a challenge when you're doing an event. So many demons creep up, but look at the event. We did, I think everybody did astoundingly well, from the staff to the hostesses, to the people on stage, to everything was perfect. The setup, Valentine's did a good job, Vibes Radio, so the media also came through, the audience enjoyed themselves. So I think everything came together eventually.
So what do you look at before you decide that these are the artists who are going to be on the lineup?
So there's a lot of things that we look at. We don't only look at someone who has good music. We also try to project, is this an artist who is going to continue, investing in themselves, or is this an artist who, if they don't have hits, then they leave? And these are the ones who have proved to us they've been consistent. And from the pedigree that you saw on stage, these are people who've been working even during the pandemic, releasing hits. So the only thing that they haven't been doing is stage performance and also learning more about the business of music. And so we catered for those two things with our workshop, and then we also give them a stage to perform at. So I think, that's our criteria. Going into the next one, we also look at, we ask the public to let us know which are some of the artists that they're looking at. But as we're speaking right now, we already know who's there for October, we already know who's there for November, and we already know who's performing in December.
Right. Interesting. So what would you say to people who don't know what Industry Night is about?
All I'll tell you is if you want to have a bash where like you're feel like there's no moment where you're feeling like, okay, I need to do something. Everything is catered to you from the vibe. You know, there's good food, there's great drinks, there's, you know, the weather today was amazing. It was amazing, like God came through, and the setup is amazing, the sound is amazing. I want to shout out Homeboys for, you know, #1 A+ sound. Just come catch a vibe and celebrate with your peeps.